So you think you know what your subconscious mind is doing? Do you really think you know what the subconscious mind is thinking or believing or doing? Guys, if you did, it would be in your cognitive mind, not in your subconscious mind, and you would have already fixed it. So, one of the beautiful things about God's insight for the soul is we actually are able to tap in and ask the one that created you, what is it that maybe somebody doesn't know or doesn't realize, or something that's stuck in the subconscious mind? So, one of the cool things about God's insight for the soul is we never know what's going to come up. So I'm excited to see what Ebony has for us tonight. I'm Lori. This is my co host, Bridget, and this is God's insight for the soul. So, Bridget, anything before we get started?
No, I think we are ready.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So, Ebony, you can ask a question, share a situation that you'd like some insight on, or we can pull an angel card. What do you have for us?
Ooh, I think my big one is crossroads when it comes to our career and our
Ooh,
path. So I work a corporate job and it's been feeling really out of alignment. Usually I'm pretty motivated and I am just trying to decipher like, is my impact there done? Or am I just kind of feeling like I'm at a standstill? And Lori, I've talked to you about this, like this slow should I embrace the slow or like this more quiet season in my career, or is it telling me something else? And I haven't quite figured out what it means.
okay. So I feel like, I don't know why, but the last little while, I'm always like, Bridget, I feel like you're supposed to go first.
What's so funny, and Ebony, as soon as you said, I feel like I'm at a crossroads like this, I had this like boom, like a spark in a fire kind of flicker in my you can't see, but my guttural space. It was like, boom, just that word. I feel like I'm at a crossroads, and I felt like this, and this very excitement. The fact that you're asking, oh, sh is this just an opportunity for me to get real slow and quiet in my career phase, or am I at a crossroads and this is my invitation to make a change? Was very much like, girl, you know the answer. Like, yes. The fact that you're asking the question, you know the answer. You know that this is a crossroads. You even said the words. I feel like my time in this corporate place has fulfilled its purpose. And there's that pull that you're like that whole guttural space is just going, yes, I'm ready. Let me shoot out here. Let me do this. A lot of times that hesitation, though, is because we're comfortable. All of the things that we're comfortable here. And so, yes,
Yeah.
that soul part is yearning. It is like on fire, that flame ignite. It is ready. You are ready. You are at the place that you're meant to be in order to let that explode forth from you. And that hesitation is very normal. It's very human because this is comfortable, because all of the reasons. I love that Lori started this call talking about the subconscious mind, right? Because the subconscious thoughts kind of pull, and then we start to question this. We start to question that fire igniting from the gut of our being. Yes.
Okay. I think it's funny that you said like you know what the answer is, Ebony. Because like again, I think yes, I've kind of like felt into it because but I just yeah, I think I'm hesitant, right? It's scary to leave what we call security.
Hmm.
And I'm good at what I do. And so
Hmm.
but I'm still trying to figure out like, well, what is next? And I don't really have, I guess, a clear understanding on what's next. And I've never been somebody to just walk blindly into something. And I think that's
Mm.
where a bit of the hesitancy is that usually I have a plan. You can ask Lori, like, right? Normally I'm like A, B, C, D, E, F, G plan.
Mhm.
And right now I don't. And I really, yeah. So I think that's probably where the hesitancy is.
Mhm.
I I love guys this okay. I love when I get like this image in my mind and then Bridget says something and it goes along with the image in my mind, only not the way that Bridget's saying it. And then Ebony, when you were just saying what you were saying, it went along with the image that I got, but not the way that you were saying it. Because here's what I got. Like, we're sexual beings. We are designed and created for pleasure. There's two parts of our body that are proof that we are designed for pleasure: the clitoris and taste buds. Because the only job of those two things are pleasure. So if we weren't created for pleasure, neither one of those would exist. Okay? And if we are designed and created for pleasure, and it is pleasure that actually procreates, what if all you ever did was follow the pleasure? And so that's what I got. Like, what lights your soul on fire? What causes you to get out of bed in the morning? What are the thoughts that get your girl parts Twitter pating? And then Bridget's like, it just wants to shoot out. I'm like, yep, just like that. And then you're like, I don't want to go in blind. I want the plan. Well, sex is never like, okay, now put your leg here. Okay, get a bead of sweat to come out. Okay, make the face. Like, that's not how sex is. Sex is like a what's the word I want? Like it's right now, it's impromptu, it's in the moment, it's spontaneous. That's the word. It's spontaneous. And we get so duped. So there's a verse in the Bible that says you can't love God and money. Well, really, the verse is you can't love God and mammon. And mammon is a physical vehicle for provision. So you can't follow the physical provision and God. And let's go back to how God works. Through, like, Jesus was born through a human body indwelled from ethereal energy and then birthed something in the physical, right? And what if we just followed the pleasure instead of how do I get security? How do I get money? How do I get. And guys, this is the transition of consciousness, right? This is how we're all created, right? And then when we get to a point where our soul is like, okay, fuck all that stuff. I've lived long enough in my life not living from my pleasure centers. It's time for that to happen. Guess what? It comes at a crossroads. And then we're like, what do I do? And then when you said something about like being comfortable, right? When Bridget was like, because we're comfortable. Sex isn't comfortable. It's exciting, it's pleasurable, it's orgasmic. Like, that's not comfortable. Right? When we think of comfortable, we're like, baggy pants, like chill out, I'm relaxing. But sex is like, right? I mean, we like it, so don't confuse not comfortable with painful or bad or whatever. It is the antithesis, right? When we stay comfortable, we're not in that place of pleasure and excitement, and right. And so I love that you're like, I'm at a crossroads, and recognizing that your spirit, your soul has been moving you on a trajectory. And now, because your humans back here and your soul's like, Ebony, we're ready to like do something different and live from this place of pleasure. And guys, that is following like what God tells us to do, right? We can follow base because there's only two motivations in the world, pleasure and pain. We can either be moving away from pain or towards pleasure. And it's a maturity thing. When we're immature, we are moving away from pain. When we start to mature, we want to move towards pleasure. That's the crossroads, is that shift in consciousness from moving away from the pain, right? Well, I want to pay my bills. I don't want to be not have a house. I don't want to not have a car. I don't want to, like, all of that is moving away from the pain. But you are at the crossroads that are saying, Ebony, it's time to start moving in your passion. It's time to start moving in your calling. It's time to start moving in your influence in a way that is what you came to the planet for. Everything you've done up to this point, great, wonderful, fantastic. Uh, Kudos, right? So it's not, oh, I'm moving away from this because it's bad or wrong or not enough or anything. It's just this is next. And Mitch, you do know what it is because it is being you, whatever you are, being an influencer, being a helper, being a business strategist, being a coach of all sorts of different kinds. Like, you are called to serve female entrepreneurs in a multiple of ways. And you know that. And now it's taking what part of that really lights your soul up. And there's some sifting and there's some, ooh, I'll try this. Ooh, I'll do this. Ooh, I'm going to tap into this. And then you go, ooh, you know what? That didn't really light me on fire. Like, it was all right. It was a little maybe foreplay, but it wasn't the thing, right? And then you just sift. But here's to crossroads.
Yes. How exciting. I
Well
love
done.
that. Yeah. I love that too. Like, this is the crosswords is the invitation to really have the faith. Like, you are the one pulling yourself forward. Yeah.
Yeah. Trust the you that already knows how it works out.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's scary. That's
Mhm.
scary.
Yeah, girl. And that's why you surround yourself with other women that will continue to cheer you on when you don't have the faith. This is the beauty of the group. This is the beauty of community, right? It's so much easier for me to cheer you on than it is sometimes for me to walk in not that place of fear, which is why I rely on you to encourage me. I rely on Bridgit to encourage me. I rely on the other women in my circle to encourage me because there's times where I'm like, man, this is scary. And they're like, girl, you fucking got this. Surrounding ourselves with people who go, that's not a crazy idea. Fuck it up. Right? If you can think it and perceive it, you can do it. And you can, like, and when we do it in community, that that's the whole. Anybody out there want to know what the purpose of life is? There it is. Be in community, find what lights your soul on fire. There it is.
Mic
Okay.
drop.
All right. Bridgit, would you like the pink deck, the
Mm.
blue deck, or the orange deck?
The pink deck, please.
Okay. And now, as always, and Ebony, you know this, but whatever comes up for Bridgit is going to continue to contribute to whatever that was for you. Oh, I feel like it's this one, Bridgit. Let's see what it says. Boundaries. Oh, let me show you the
Mm.
picture.
Mm.
Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And you know what's really interesting about that card in relationship to what is coming up with Ebony and why this is cohesive for all of us is boundaries are not what you set up to keep people out. Boundaries are a container in which you establish how you want to function. And what if establishing boundaries is who do I want to invite in my yard?
Hmm.
Who do I want to make sure is very close to me? Where do I need to establish boundaries in I need you close, I need you a closer proximity? Where do you need to establish boundaries of a safe place for you to have the people who won't even subconsciously go, girl, no. Like, right? We have some of those friends that are like, yeah, girl. And then underneath, they're like, that shit ain't never going to happen. Right? Where do you need to establish boundaries in who doesn't belong inside your inner circle that fuels you with the belief that you don't have yet? Creating a container is also boundaries. Limiting your exposure to people who aren't in that inner circle, right? A boundary of, hey, that's good for you. Have a wonderful, beautiful, yep, that side of the fence. This side is my container where I want to immerse myself, right? Change happens in immersion. Yeah.
So good.
So good.
So good. The thing that I kept getting as you were talking was because when I'm boundary less, when I don't have the boundaries, it can get exhausting.
Mm,
Like having boundaries also keeps me filled up so I can do the things that I am here to do.
100%.
Yeah. So
100%. All right, Ebony, you can pick my deck. Do you want Gertrude, Hildegard, or Buffy?
Ooh, Buffy, because you're in all black and I feel like you're slaying right now.
Yes,
yeah, she
Blair.
is.
That was awesome. All right. Wisdom from the hidden realms.
Mm.
Mm.
Let's get some wisdom, guys. Okay, this one does not want to go back in, so it must be this one. Oops. Whoops. Oh, you know what? Bridget, you're welcome. Because these two, when I pulled this one out, I'm like, this
Ooh.
one doesn't want to go in, but these two were connected. And then when I'm like, oh, this one, and then these two fell. So guess what? You get to read three. Okay.
Nice.
This is the first one. And it says, the chess queen, trust, strategizing. This one pops up a lot for us out of this deck, which is very
Mm.
interesting.
Hmm.
It's the spiral dancer, circuitous route and perception. Oh, yes. The ice queen, ideas preserved, non-action, entitlement. Ew. I wish we'd have left this one somewhere else. Because let me just tell you. Oh, and I love
Mm.
that like the chess queen and the ice queen both came up.
Mm.
because they seem to be polar opposite cards. But that's just my perception, and I'll shut up now.
Okay, just give me one moment as we just sift through.
While Bridget's sifting, I just want to give a reminder again. How is this speaking to you? How is this giving you insight for whatever you're navigating in your life right now? Ebony, Bridget, myself, all of the things on the call, and you, if you are watching this call, every ounce of this is for you as well. I won't say every ounce. Sift through it, but a big bulk of it, or you wouldn't be here. You're
Yeah.
not here on accident.
For sure. I love, so the first card, there was what my eyes saw as a little girl in that chess queen picture. And then the words were trust and strategize. And strategizing to me means putting those pieces in place. And Ebony had talked about like, I usually have a plan. I have all these pieces in place. And the next card was the circuitous or whatever that word is, routes, which means not the direct way. It's the and I love just the thought of that together. Like God's, I think, sits up here and goes, you silly girls, like this is what you have, like what I have for you is so much greater than you can even imagine. It is so much greater than you can even imagine. And here you are wanting to, like, do I turn left or do I turn right? Do I put my foot here? Or do I put my foot here? Or do I arch my back like this? Or do I do this? And he's like, I want you to go every which way to put the pieces of my plan together. I want you out here and over here and exploring all of it. That's that route, that security. I don't know what that word is. The security,
Curious. Yeah, that one.
whatever that word is. That he's like because you can't even imagine what it is that I have planned for your life. And if you would just do the little things. And then the thing that I wrote down on the Ice Queen in the entitlement, and all I saw in the card was so much wisdom. There was like a white snow owl, and that just holds so much wisdom. And if we instead of trying to human, oh, I need to put my leg here, arch my back this way, put my hand over here, instead of trying to human it, if we were just free flowing through the ways and the whispers and the nudges that we get, that inner wisdom is strengthens as we free flow because we're using that inner wisdom every time that, oh, I feel this little nudge. Okay, I'm going to do that. That inner wisdom gets stronger and stronger. And so that entitlement, yeah, we are entitled to God's best, biggest plan for our life. We do that by following his every nudge, his every push. And yeah, when we get out of our own way of having to have the perfect plan set up and we go the circuitous route, we get to experience it all. We get to experience it all. And we have no idea what that all is because we haven't experienced it yet.
And I love all the things you're saying in relationship to like what I started with. Because guys, here's our cognitive mind, here's our subconscious mind, and here's our superconscious. Our superconscious is the soul that knows why we came to the planet. Our soul holds the blueprint for our destiny. Now, don't get all caught up like, oh, destiny over free will. We have both. Both exist. Some people have bigger destiny parts of them, and some people have bigger free will parts of them, which is why there's an argument over it because it's both. It's just proportionate to what you chose to come to the planet for. But recognizing like that the thing that we think we know something, but that destiny plan actually sits underneath our subconscious. And so, how can we know unless we are just following based on that pleasure center, right? And the more we follow our pleasure, the more it is our soul going, yep, yep, come on, keep going. This is how I'm guiding you. Yeah,
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah. So good.
So good.
That was juicy.
Yeah, thanks for starting us out with something so cool, Ebony.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Just what was on my mind.
Yeah, I love it. Well, if this was fun for you guys and you would like your own intuitive reading, down in the description is our calendar link. We would love to have you. We do this several times a week. So pop on, be on camera, be off camera. We just want to serve you. So let us know how we can do that. So until next time.
Bye.